If you want to work in a Premier League academy as a coach, the best place to start might be a Cat 3 Academy. My name's Temasan Williams and I've coached for over 10 years in professional academies. I now run the Coach Accelerator Masterclass community, supporting coaches who want to work in professional academies and the elite game. What I've just said might sound backwards, not trying to start at a Category 1 academy, not thinking about the badge, not thinking about the flashiest facilities, but thinking about going to a Category 3 academy. And I know what some of you are already thinking. Why would I go down to try and go up? Well, this is what many don't tell you about when you're on the pathway to trying to get to those higher professional clubs. And missing this costs coaches years. Stick with me in this video and I will show you why working at a Category 3 academy could be the best start for your professional coaching career. I'm going to take you back to 2014. This is when I got my first opportunity within a Category 3 academy at Southend United. I didn't think to myself, oh, what's going to happen to my career? Is this the right move? No, I was thinking this is a great opportunity to get my foot in the door and start to develop as a coach at an academy. What I didn't realize at the time is that the environment at Southend United was shaping me for what I was going to do later on in my journey, which was ending up working at 2 Premier League academies. And here is the key point. I didn't outgrow Category 3. Category 3 built me. See, one of the challenges that Category 3 academies have is branding problem, because most people, when they think about Category 3 academies, they think this: lower standards, lower facilities, lower finances. So it's going to be really difficult as a coach. And talk about space as well. That can also be one of the key difficult challenges that you face. I have been to some fantastic Category 3 academies in the last year. And let me tell you something, they are doing incredible work. One of the best parts about Category 3 academies is that there's not as many safety nets. What does that mean? You have to think differently, think quicker, and be able to adapt your ability to coach within tighter spaces, less maybe facilities, but you can still have such a deep impact on player development and for your career journey as well. Now I'm going to give you 7 reasons why a Category 3 academy can give you the leg up and boost that you need in your coaching career. Let's start with the one that coaches complain about the most. Number 1, fewer resources. Yes, fewer resources may mean less staff, less equipment, and less time as well. But here's the twist. It doesn't lower your standard, it actually raises them. And here's why. It's not just about the kit that you wear, having a perfect pitch layout, or even more staff to support you. Your ability to coach and develop players within an environment where you don't have all of this really shows how much you know as a coach and how you can develop players irrespective of all of these other elements. Number 2, creating space. Let me paint a picture for you. About 75% of the time at Southend, I had a quarter of a pitch to develop under 15s and developing under 16s to be able to progress into the first team. How many players? Usually 16 to 18. One evening, I had as many as 26. At first, it's easy to be frustrated. Then something shifts. You stop asking yourself, how do I make this look perfect? To asking yourself, how do I do the best with what I have? Number 3, fewer lines of management. Many coaches don't appreciate this until it's gone. At Category 3 academies, the line of management towards the academy manager, head of coaching, is a lot quicker than at other clubs. And what that usually means is that you don't have to wait 3-4 weeks to potentially book a meeting with someone in the SLT, senior leadership team. And you actually have access to understanding a bit more about how decisions are actually made which affect the academy. And that's great learning for you beyond just the pitch. Number 4, working across different age groups. This is something that I benefited from at Southend. So usually I could go in with the under 18s as well when I had time. Yes, I was coaching 15s and 16s, but I could go into the 18s and I was able to go alongside the head coach and work with them as well. Fantastic experiences for me as a young coach. And those can be a lot more challenging when you are working at higher category clubs. And it also gives you more insight into the pathway development of players when they progress through from foundation phase, youth development phase to the PDP phase as well. And when you're now going for other roles, you have a clearer understanding of what that pathway actually looks like. Number 5, setting up your own initiatives. Now, this was something really pivotal for me early on, because one of the things I really wanted to do was biobanding tournaments. And I was able to speak with the lead phase, the head of sports science, and together, very quickly, we were able to put together an internal tournament for our youth development phase. Was fantastic. I learned a lot around being able to engage and liaise with senior leaders, staff within the club, and making something like that happen for improving player development. So you're able to see some of the impact that you can have at a deeper level beyond just coming and delivering your sessions on a weekly basis, but even initiatives that you have to try and push further forward the development of players, and also have an experience that will be able to take you forward into future roles that you want to go to, where you know you're able to have a more MDT, which is multidisciplinary team approach. Number 6, match days. What's really exciting about match days for Category 3 academies is that because there are many times where you are playing against Category 2, Category 1 academies, what that means is you're always trying to push the boundaries of development. How can I stretch myself? How do the players stretch themselves and meet those challenges? So you know that your players are constantly tested, you are constantly tested, and that really brings together a competitive environment within training. Number 7, pathways to the first team. What's great about working Category 3 academies is that you can see pathways for players into the first team, sometimes a lot easier than at Premier League clubs. What I loved is after I left Southend 3 years later, I could look at a matchday squad and see 4, 5 players in the starting 11 who either I'd coached or I knew at the time, and they were playing for the first team from the academy. Remember when I said earlier that Category 3 academies don't hold you back and might be the best step for you in your career? This is exactly why. And after all those 7 reasons, I hope you can see why you taking that decision as a coach can be defining for your journey. So what do you do next? Firstly, please stop just chasing logos of clubs. Yes, it's fantastic working at some of these Premier League academies, but think about where you are as a coach. First thing you want to do is identify the clubs around you, contact the head of coaching, and just ask them if you can come in, if you can speak with them, if you can maybe even just stand at the sideline for one session and see more about the club and be more connected to the club, starting those relationships and conversations with Category 3 academies around your area. So if you want academy experience, don't overlook Category 3 academies. It might just be the experience that you didn't know you actually needed on your journey. Thank you once again for listening, and please put your comments below. We'd love to hear what your thoughts are about Category 3 academies. Are you thinking about it? Have you been there? And you can give some advice to coaches. Thank you for liking and subscribing as well, and sharing this video so that other coaches can benefit from seeing what to do for their journey.